Chapter 3. Without waiting for further orders, he jumped onto his fiery-eyed monster, grasped his two demon-subduing clubs, and left the city at the head of his army. His 3,000 crow soldiers, dressed in black, resembled a huge black cloud rolling swiftly over the plains. "Come out here, Black Tiger," he shouted at the top of his voice when he got to the enemy camp. Black Tiger rushed out with his flying tiger soldiers, and found himself in front of a general with a date-purple face and a shining beard. He was wearing a scarlet robe, gold chain mail, and a jade belt, and like Black Tiger himself, was mounted on a fiery-eyed monster. "State your name before combat," Black Tiger called out, as he did not know Zheng Lun. "I'm General Zheng Lun of Jizhou. You must be Black Tiger. You think you're very brave, seizing my young master. Set him free at once, dismount, and surrender. If you dare say no, I'll turn you into dust. You dolt. Su Hu's committed a capital crime, and you're his accomplice. How dare you speak such arrogant nonsense?" Black Tiger urged his mount forward and slashed at Zheng Lun with his axes. Zheng Lun met the charge with his clubs. They fought 24 rounds vigorously, neither giving way. As they struck back and forth, Zheng Lun caught sight of a red gourd on Black Tiger's back. "My commander told me that Black Tiger was taught by a sage in magic powers. This must be his secret weapon. As the saying goes, in a fight always make the first move. I must use mine first," he thought to himself. Zheng Lun himself was a disciple of the woe-evading sage of the West Mount Kunlun. Predicting that Zheng Lun would someday be created a god, the immortal taught him a magic skill whereby he might exhale a magic vapor and snatch the souls of his enemies. After a period of apprenticeship, Zheng Lun left the mountain and came to Jizhou. And now in the midst of combat, Zheng Lun waved his club in the air, and immediately his crow soldiers lined up like a long snake. They shouted battle cries and, carrying hooks and chains, raced up like a piece of dark cloud. Before Black Tiger knew what was happening, two strong beams of light gushed forth from Zheng Lun's nostrils with a noise like the clanging of a huge bell. Black Tiger suddenly became dizzy, his vision blurred. Tumbling from his monster, he passed out and was seized and tied up by the crow soldiers. When he regained consciousness, he realized that he was trussed up as a prisoner of war. He was furious. That scoundrel really has some crafty tricks. How did he manage to capture me? Hearing the drums rolling outside the city, Su Hu groaned. Poor Zheng Lun. He must be done for. But his doubts and worries were suddenly interrupted by a report that General Zheng Lun had won the battle and had taken Black Tiger alive. Zheng Lun arrived and reported how he had captured Black Tiger Cheng Heihu. Even as he spoke, his soldiers brought in the captive to the stone steps at the front of the court. Su Hu hastily left his seat, curtly dismissed the guards, untied Black Tiger, and knelt before him. "I've offended His Majesty and committed a grave crime. Zheng Lun's rude and should be dealt with severely. I've never forgotten that we're sworn brothers. I'm ashamed to be a captive and greatly appreciate your courtesy," Black Tiger said in response. Su Hu invited Black Tiger to take the place of honor, and ordered Zheng Lun and other generals to come and pay him their respects. General Zheng's skilled in the most ingenious arts. His capturing me today's filled me with the utmost respect for him, Black Tiger remarked. At the feast that followed, Su Hu told Black Tiger the whole story of how King Zhou had demanded him for his daughter as a concubine. Black Tiger said, "The main reasons for my coming here are to discuss my brother's defeats and your way out of trouble. But I never expected that your son would be so naive and so stubborn that he refused to understand me and take my message back to you. I was forced to take him. I'm actually trying my best to help you. I'll never forget your friendship, brother," Su Hu said earnestly. Hearing the report of how his brother had been taken, Cheng Heihu was taken aback. Who would have thought that such a miracle could take place? He began dispatching his men for further news when the report came that a messenger had arrived from the West Grand Duke. Though Cheng Hohu was upset, he ordered his men to let the messenger in. This messenger was none other than Sun Yixing, Supreme Minister, and a well-known scholar from the West Grand Dukedom. After Sun Yixing had offered his respects, Cheng Hohu began to reproach him. "Minister, why does your master ignore His Majesty's orders and remain in the comfort of his palace, indulging in pleasure?" he said in anger. "Your master's guilty of disloyalty to both His Majesty and the country. What have you got to say to me today? My master always says war's a calamity and should be resorted to only in desperate need. You're involved in a war on account of a trivial incident. It'll result in a great waste of manpower and money. People are panic-stricken. All the houses and farms are left empty and unattended. How terribly the people and the soldiers have suffered. For this reason, my masters sent me here with a letter, exhorting Suhu to cease resistance and give up his daughter on condition that he retains his title as the Marquis of Jizhou. If he remains stubborn, then we'll use a stronger force which he'll be unable to resist." Sang Yisheng explained. Cheng Hohu burst into a great roar of laughter. Ji Chang's making excuses, since he realizes that he's guilty of disobeying His Majesty's orders. He mocked. "I've already fought Suhu a few times, but suffered heavy losses. How can that brigand be persuaded to send his daughter to the king by just reading a letter? Go and see Suhu, and let's just see what happens." Sun Yixing left the camp and advanced to the foot of the city wall. "Here's a messenger from the West Grand Duke, bringing a letter to you," he shouted to the soldiers above, and minutes later the city gates were opened, admitting him. He was brought before Suhu, who was dining with Black Tiger. "What instructions do you bring me in this humble city, officer?" Suhu asked him. "I've come here by order of the West Grand Duke. As you offended His Majesty by writing that poem, my master was ordered to punish you. But he knows that you're loyal, and refuses to cooperate with Cheng Hohu. He sent me with a letter to you, and hopes you'll read it carefully," Sun Yixing said as he took out the letter. Suhu took the letter and began to read. "Knowing that you are virtuous and loyal, I cannot rest unconcerned in my palace, and allow you to continue in your misfortune. But I know that you may turn your misfortune into future if you place your trust in me and accept the advice that I offer you in this letter. There will be 3 advantages if you send your daughter to the royal palace. First, as long as she enjoys the favor of the king, her father will be honored as a royal relative with a high stipend. Second, Jizhou will remain untroubled by war, and Suhu's whole family will enjoy peace and the respect of the court forever. And third, the people will no longer suffer, nor will soldiers in the army be slaughtered. Yet, if you choose to remain obstinate, 3 terrible things will happen. First, Jizhou will be taken and occupied, and neither your home nor the temple of your ancestors will be spared. Second, every member of your family will be exterminated. And third, the innocent people and soldiers will suffer disaster. A hero should concern himself with matters of great importance and ignore everything which smacks of the trivial. You should not destroy yourself like a common fool. We are both ministers of the Shang dynasty. Thus, I must speak the truth and offer my advice so that you may make a quick decision." After reading the letter over, Suhu remained silent, only nodding his head. Sun Yixing noticed this. "You needn't hesitate anymore, sir. The war'll be over if you agree, but continue if you don't. Why do you remain silent?" he urged. Suhu turned to Black Tiger. "Brother, please read it. It's full of reason and truth and in the best interests of the nation and the people. How could I dare to oppose his wishes?" He then invited Sun Yixing to join the feast and put him in his own mansion for the night. The next day, he asked Sun Yixing to deliver his reply to the West Grand Duke, along with gifts of gold and satin. When Sun Yixing left, Suhu said that he would personally escort his daughter to the palace and make amends for his errors. The power of a single letter was much greater than that of 100,000 soldiers. At this, Black Tiger said to Su Hu, "The West Grand Duke's a reasonable man. You should pack your bags and make ready to send your daughter to His Majesty as soon as possible. For this is a noble act of obeisance to the Shang dynasty." Both Su Hu and Black Tiger were greatly pleased with themselves.